Hello, how you doing? Used to make quite a few videos on data redundancy. Written articles for Apple that are still on Apple's website about data redundancy. One of the mottos I've had for many years in life is redundancy is God. Not literally God, but the next best thing is redundancy is God. Taking your advice on one website, I've joined Gab. I'm also too, and it's in the description below. I'm on Parler, Gab, and one other site that's in the description below as redundancy for social media. I've completely had it right up to the hilt on the totalitarianism that comes out of the fake in the book. I think you know who I'm referring to here. This is like an alert video, and I was not looking for this information, and it's really important. Please stay, hold tight just for a couple seconds. I'd like to mention 3 points before I get to the main meat of this video. I'd like to ask and I read every comment, of course, as I've told everybody many times. Here's one example of the fake in the book doing something rather horrific. And of course, right now, over the past 3 years, everybody with 5 brain cells is aware that up is down, left is right, good is bad. I mean, just the world has gone completely inverse and like the greatest sin. And I think George Orwell said something to that effect, like in a degenerate age. And I'm not one about morality. I'm a Neoplatonic Platonist. I don't care about morality or immorality and believe in following natural order, of which morality is a natural outspring. It was said by somebody, you can quote me, tell me who it was that said that in a corrupt or a degenerate age, the greatest sin will be to tell the truth. And we're like there right now. Anyway, the United States is in a recession. But people that don't want to hear things, because everybody's living in a nutshell, wants to redefine everything. Look this up, too. This guy was taken off of a fake book and repressed. His name is Philip Magnus. He's American Institute for Economic Research, Senior Research Fellow. So someone that actually knows quite a bit about economics. So the fake in the book, if you know what I'm referring to, of course you do, censored him for defining the term recession. Like every president from Bill Clinton on back, you know, the definition, the denotative definition of recession is good. But we're in a recession right now, but people want to redefine terms. There's been several terms, by the way, the past few years that have been redefined. Very, very important words. I'm not going to mention those words on social media right now. It's a shame that there's such censorship, and there is such censorship, and I blame myself for not moving towards Parler before the app was taken off of the App Store website. It's been put back on, long story there, but I've been on there for like well over a year, but I've been posting a lot of stuff there. The main content of this video and this alert is also to their screen grabs. 2 other points I'd like to make really quickly, please. You could type in British veteran arrested. And I saw the video and all the cops, these cops that have their hands, I don't know if their tasers or their side weapons. There's this elderly British veteran. He's like a pudgy, bald, short guy. Sounds just like me except for the short part. Surrounding this guy like he's some sort of felon. He posted a meme that caused, their exact words, caused anxiety. This is in jolly old England. I said, dear fellow, please English people, tell me what's going on. All you have to do is just type in a Bing.com search or Google search, type in British veteran arrested. And he posted a meme that caused anxiety. And so, yeah, arrested, handcuffed and arrested. There are these, tell me what's going on there. Has it always been that bad in England? And by the way, I'll be the first person to, poke fun at horrible things going on here in the United States. So I'm not, singling out England, and I'm part English, of course, so I love the English. I'd love to visit there. I have relatives in jolly old England. I'd love to visit, but I can't afford it. Here's the other news. And the main news is right after this, please. I've been hearing about this coming. So if you have a well on your own property in California, yeah, wonderful well, great water comes out of it, right? You're going to have to start paying taxes and fees for using your own water. There's certain states here in the United States, Colorado is one of them. I'm like 100% certain, nearly so, that you can't collect rainwater that falls like onto your roof, like as a gray water collector. So California, because everybody's fleeing the state. By the way, I want to mention this too before getting to the main subject. Sorry about this. This video is not monetized, by the way, okay? At the local outdoor place, and there was a family there that have fled. They're like political refugees, essentially. Talk to them for a few seconds. They fled Sacramento, California. They bought 150 acres here in Kentucky, and they're shopping for an ATV for their land. So there's all these California refugees that have moved to the South. My only thing that I ask of these people is that don't destroy our states the same way you destroyed your state. Okay? Let me repeat that again, please. Californians, those who have moved to Kentucky or Florida, these various places, don't wreck our states the same way you wrecked your state. Okay? Yeah? Don't do it, please. Thank you. Anyway, I was not looking for this. This is the main alert and warning of this video. I was not looking for this at all, nor did I have the intention of looking for this. And I discovered it late last night about 2 a.m., and I wanted to go to bed early, but I couldn't. I stayed up another 3+ hours researching this. I'm very, very perceptive on certain things. You know, I have an eye for recognizing things. And I discovered something I was not at all looking for. And I've got screen grabs on my Parler account, so if you go to my description below, you'll see in Parler the screen grabs from this. If you look up this person on their Instagram, their IG account, it will show they only have one post, even though I've seen, I don't know how you can do that. Maybe there's a way you could do that. And I discovered many other like this. Yeah, I'm getting quickly to the point here. They posted hundreds and hundreds of comments on various things. If you type in monkeypox on IG, which I was not looking for. There was one Instagram feed that has like nearly 2 million subscribers. They posted a thing about the CDC or Governor New York City declares monkeypox a public health emergency. So there are all these comments below. And I usually, very late at night when I lay down, I'll look at Instagram, like funny pictures, interesting, beautiful landscapes and stuff. So it popped up in my feed, and I was not looking at all for this, and then I saw these robotic responses. And they all said the same thing, even they were worded different ways. And this is where the important part gets on this. And I hope you can pay attention. You could squeeze your brain just to listen for a few minutes longer, and this video will be over with, okay? And I found more of these on different posts. I just typed in monkeypox and the other things would actually come up. And by the way, I have absolutely no fear of the monkeypox. I don't care what anybody does or doesn't do to their body. I don't care what anybody's orientation is. So please don't post anything derogatory against any group of people below about their orientation one way or another. This video is not about that, even though 98% of the posts in these Instagram things you typed in monkeypox and make derogatory stuff, towards groups or entities, and this is not about that, okay? So please don't comment about that. I'm not interested in you telling me what I already know on that front. These are this is a sock puppet robot account. This is an algorithmic response. Let me tell you what they are. Number one, it's absolutely a sock puppet algorithm. What it kept saying, and I noticed some things looking very, very closely and reading it over and over again, hundreds of posts just from one. Then I discovered others, and I discovered something else. And I'm quickly getting to it. I'm sorry if I'm taking a while to say this. Is that even if someone doesn't have English as their first language, you'll actually see a tone in how something is said in a response to something else. Like someone will say something inflammatory, you'll see a tone in there. Or you'll notice, and I notice as a translator, someone that knows many languages, how something is said. It's a real person. So it has the wrong flow. It is completely, 100%, undeniably, a algorithmic response. Why is this important? They all say different things in response, and there's never ever more than 2 responses to the same entity. So there'd be a response from this robot, there'd be a counter response to a real person, and then there'd be one more response, and never ever more than 2 responses. They all say the exact same thing, but in different ways. They're all promoting fear, They're all promoting and telling you to go out and get juiced up against the monkeypox. And they all are also, too, saying and promoting, this fear, hardcore fear-mongering. Oh, it's more contagious than you realize. You don't just get it from, touch contact. You can get it from touching surfaces. And if you think it's limited to XYZ group of people, you're wrong. And I'm not passing any judgment on that one way or another. I'm not pretending to be a doctor. I'm not pretending to be the CDC. What I'm telling you is, and I found many other ones like this. I found a total of like 12. I post several from this one account below, and if you go look that up on IG, it'll show just one post, even though I last night read hundreds of them on various sites. So these are sock puppet algorithmic robotic responses designed to say the same thing: instill fear, go get juiced, it's way more contagious than you think. It's basically, Chicken Little, fear, run, hide, and I'm going to talk about something that happened in Illinois regarding this, and New York, and what the WHO said. And I don't care about what these governors or the WHO says. If you think I'm actually afraid of this, let me tell you, I'm not. What is scary about what I'm telling you in the content of this video is that these sock puppet algorithmic responses are being used to spread and instill fear amongst the masses. Right now, I think there's 2,000 cases in the United States. Of course, the COOF started the same way in Washington. They're designed, and I've been telling you now for well over half a year. I said something big is going to happen between somewhere around mid-September to no later than mid-October. If I'm wrong, I really hope I'm wrong. About this, I am not wrong. This is 100% sock puppet, 100% algorithmic responses. I've even seen several occasions 2 sock puppets, these algorithmic robots, talking to each other only once. They only ever respond once to actually inflate the discussion and the visibility. To boost the visibility of the idea of, I should run out right now and get juiced against the monkey, the monkey coof, whatever you want to call it. Call it monkey coof. Doesn't make any difference what you call it. To boost that visibility. So instead of face diapers now, what we're going to have is face diapers, and everybody worried about touch contact from, getting the monkeypox. It's all designed, of course, to keep people at home, especially during November the 4th, which will let you guess what is going on then. This should peak, like I said, sometime in mid-September, no later than October. Here's what's going on. This only happened a couple hours ago. Governor Pritzker, who's governor of Illinois, you could Google this. It's all over the place. Viral outbreak in Illinois has been declared. Public health emergency from the monkeypox. Yeah, that was just announced a few hours ago. I'm not putting any credibility in these declarations from these entities, these governors. I'm just telling you what's been said, okay? So stop assuming I, have fear or believe what, these people are fear-mongering on. And I don't tell anybody what to believe. It's none of my business, okay? New York City and New York State, I believe also, but at least New York City declared a few days ago, or was it a week ago, monkeypox is now a public health emergency. You can look this up also, too. It's all over the place, including Reuters. The WHO, World Health Organization, declared monkeypox a global, exact their words, global health emergency. Yes, the WHO has declared a global health emergency over the monkeypox. This is what's happening. These are not people. I was not looking for this. I stayed up several extra hours last night because how's that people say this? Set up your spidey senses, or it was blatantly obvious what it was to me. Other people just read this one response from this person and not spend hours like I did looking through. I did discover one person that knew what was going on, and that algorithm had deleted all its responses, but I was able to follow the trail that they were talking to that entity. That's a matter for another discussion. The fact that these algorithms, which are complicated, it's not like Joe Blow hacker is sitting at home and created an algorithmic bot to respond to people. That is not what's going on. I discovered many of these bots, some that would talk to each other, only one response, And what this means is, since these are not real people, and I don't know if governments are running these, I don't know if an entity is running these, as in some group or org. I obviously don't know the answer to that, but these are robots, these are algorithms, these are fake, and they all say in different words the exact same thing. Fear, go get juiced up against the monkeypox. It's more contagious than you think. Fear, danger, danger, Will Robinson. This tells you exactly what the next level, that's the next shoe that's going to drop. Whether this be government or whether this be entity that has programmed these robotic algorithms, these sock puppets, I don't know. I won't even begin to speculate. But the fact that they are doing this, and these are absolutely not real people. Once again, I'll post 4 or 5 examples on my Parler account before I upload this video. Take a look at them yourself. If you go look this entity up, it'll just show one post. Well, this person's only posted one thing. No, they haven't. And all these sock puppets are private accounts. You can't look at them. Yeah? And they're all following each other, interestingly enough. But a couple of them, no person, no matter how crazy in the head that they are, say that they had English as a second language and they're completely unemotional and robotic, they would not do hundreds of posts like this saying the exact same thing worded. These are 100% sock puppet robots, algorithms. This tells you what the next shoe is going to drop. It's not my opinion, that's what's going to happen. Okay? I take no position, I don't pretend to be a doctor regarding the monkey coof one way or the other. Okay? I don't care. I am completely against fear-mongering. And this video is not designed to be fear-mongering either. This is just meant to communicate information. That's the only reason why I'm posting this, okay? Just to communicate, so your eyes, keep your head on a swivel. I wasn't looking for this last night, but it just kept going on and on and on, and it just kept growing. I was not looking for this at all. I had no intention for looking for anything like this. When I browse Instagram, it's very, very late at night. Just for, beautiful landscapes, interesting information. Something funny, maybe. So tell me what you think. The screenshots of this entity, and I found many last night. The funny one was, once again, was where I saw these algorithms talking to each other. This is extremely spooky. There's almost nothing, after all I've been through in life, there's really nothing that scares me. And this doesn't scare me at all. None of this stuff scares me. Okay? Could not care less. The more dangerous things get in life, actually the more alive I feel. So none of this stuff scares me. Okay? Not afraid really of anything. I don't care if you believe that or not, it's the truth. So tell me what you think on this. By the way, all these entities, once again, as I've said, are different occurrences of things that are all figuratively worshiping at the same altar, and that's to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to bring everybody to their knees. Whether you agree with that or not, that's fine. Is that speculative on my part? That definitely is, but these robotic, algorithmic sock puppet things that are saying these things, that I'm 100% certain on. 100%, no ifs, ands, or buts. 100%. Before making this video, I even showed this to a few other very intelligent people that I know. And so you're right, these are definitely algorithms. You cannot attribute some of these nuances of what is said to having English as a second language, for example. It's not possible. They're absolute algorithms. The fact that entity or entities are directing these algorithms to say this thing, these things about the monkeypox, tells you exactly where the next shoe is going to drop. Tell me what you think. I read every comment. Have a good day.